Chris Commons with the in-swinger. Listen to the Celtic support, they're trying to will the ball into the back of the net. Commons with the side foot into the near post, is cleared, the ball's knocked back out to Commons again, he's got a second chance. Curls it to the back post, it's a chance! It's a fingertip save, it's landed in the roof of the net from Lustig, unbelievable!
Absolute fantastic save for the goalkeeper at Morecambe. That was outstanding. A lot of people were saying that he's thrown a couple in the early part of the game, but he looked so solid there. Lustig done really well to go and attack the ball, and I thought I was down my seat there jumping, thought that was the kind of start they were looking for, but unbelievable save by Morecambe, the goalkeeper.
Again, Matthews on the halfway line in front of the main stand, forward towards James Forrest. Forrest down the line, Matthews is in support. Still James Forrest tries to thread it through towards Samaras. Forrest gets the break of the ball, he's in the edge of the box, hooks it to the far post. Stokes takes a header and it's saved at the left hand post again.
A great effort there from Anthony Stokes, who outmuscled the defender and got a good pull for header down to the corner, but the keeper stretched and saved it.
The goalkeeper stands poised in his goal line, and the shot is taken by the keeper. It almost took him by surprise, but another good save, another corner for Celtic.
That goalkeeper's living a charmed life. I say the first three were outstanding saves. I don't know if it was the power of the pace that took him by surprise, but he was lucky there that he's actually got a save. That could have actually drifted into his own goal, but I would say that one was very fortunate.
And there are going to be 2 added minutes in this first half, so Celtic with 2 minutes to try and get a vital first half lead. They're on the attack at the moment. Charlie Mulgrew down the left hand side again. Samaras gets the ball 30 yards from goal. Scott Brown's in the centre of midfield. Samaras cuts inside, he's been challenged again, leaves it for Commons, a chance for Commons, he shoots! Oh, Chris Commons has scored! A wonder goal just before half time, and Celtic have reduced the deficit in the most glorious of fashions.
Absolutely outstanding, fantastic technical skill by Chris Commons. I thought Sammy had just played it running along the defence and just lost the opportunity, but then Chris Commons took over, pulled the trigger, and what a goal. And it had to take some of that to beat this goalkeeper. It was outstanding. We were so unlucky the first leg. Chris Commons, the one that helped the crossbar, but that's the kind of goal that we deserved in this first half performance.
Celtic's 7th corner of the game, their first of the second half. Chris Commons with the in-swinger. Can Celtic get the early goal? The ball fired to the back post is punched clear by the Karagandy goalkeeper Anthony Stokes. In a sprint for that one, he manages to keep it in play. Stokes plays it back into the 6-yard box, it's headed out only as far as Lustig takes a shot, a chance for Samaras,
yes,
it's a goal, and Celtic have cancelled it out. It's 2-0, it's Samaras.
Absolutely fabulous. What kind of start we wanted for the second half. Great work firstly by Tony Stokes, trying to keep the ball in. He could have easily just left that down for a throw, but put a good ball in. Defender heads out to the edge of the box, and a wee bit fortuitous for the shot finished at Sammy's feet, but then it was composure by Samaras in the right place at the right time, and that's us back in level terms.
For the moment it's the home side with the momentum. Charlie Mulgrew takes a touch, plays it down the line looking for James Forrest again. A wonderful pass from Charlie Mulgrew. James Forrest on his right foot, he's inside the box, kicks it across, it's a chance for Anthony Stokes has hit the ball and it was easier to score. It should be 3-0.
Anthony Stokes, of all the people you would want in there, had it been Tony Stokes. He's got a good contact on it, but just a wee bit too hard and hit the bar on the way to safety.
The corner kick played by Fininchenko into the 6-yard box, is headed out, headed back, goal was cleared off the line by Adam Matthews, and a chance there. I think it was Zidic who headed that ball, and Adam Matthews, the value of having somebody on the line, Tom.
I think they learned that from the first game, because if somebody was standing in the post, the second goal, one of the goals wouldn't have been scored.
Vicious with the throw-in, plays it into the 6-yard box. Fraser Foster, it's come off the bar. Well, that was a keeper's ball.
Certainly it was somebody should have went to attack. I don't know if Charlie's somebody's left it and it's gone into the middle of the box, and very, very fortunate that it looked as though it was going in slow motion and bounced up and hit the crossbar.
The ball breaks only as far as Scott Brown. Brown back out to Matthews. Shakhtar holding on for extra time now. Brown inside to Samaras. Samaras has got Ledley in the centre of midfield. Ledley can just play the ball out to the left hand side. He plays it to Stokes in the inside left channel. Anthony Stokes. Still Stokes, he's inside the box. It's still Stokes. Plays it back. Yeah! Oh,
James Forrest has scored! It's a goal! Celtic! Unbelievable! An extra time! Oh, one of the Champions League group stages!
Absolutely fantastic. James Forrest with the door was just about to come off. Outstanding play for Anthony Stokes, driving in, making something happen, and then the awareness to be able to pull the ball back for James Forrest, sitting there at the right place at the right time. 3-2 on aggregate. Thank you very much. Blow the whistle now, rep.
Well, Neil Lennon sprinted the whole length of the touchline, and Celtic have about 2 minutes, I think 2.5 minutes to defend. They've got the goal. James Forrest, well, he was on the verge of getting off there, Tom.
Certainly looks as though he's got a wee bit of energy there. I don't know if he'll take him off. I think probably Neil will probably take him off just to eat up into the time that's left. I don't know how long, as you see, maybe a couple of minutes left.
And Anthony Stokes is right on the touchline. Still Stokes. He created that goal.
Oh,
and it's
no.
a throw in to Shak. Well, the game's not over yet. Shak. The referee's still watching the play. It's a throw in. Well, he's given a free kick. He looks at his watch again. Surely when this ball flies forward, it must be time up.
Yes.
And there it is! Celtic are in the group stages of the Champions League again!
Yeah, beauty!
Miraculous! Unbelievable! Well, what can you say? James Forrest, what a hero!
Champions! Oh, here we come, Champions League. The music's playing in the background. We'll have some more special now. The crowd deserve this. For a fantastic performance by the lads today. Absolutely outstanding. And just here we go. Champions League again.
Armstrong flicks it inside to Scott Brown. Brown takes a touch, knocks it through towards Roberts and flicks it behind him. He's in a sprint with Bierman. Bierman will have to watch. He goes down and surely a penalty. Well, it's got to be a penalty.
Well, he's having a look to see whether it's inside the box or outside the box.
Oh, surely it's inside the box. He's pointed to the spot. He's had the word from the fourth official, and it's a penalty kick. And Celtic, after 5 minutes, it was a crazy challenge, Jim.
It was.
Can Scott Sinclair give Celtic the lead after 6 minutes? He's had a fine season. Can he continue his great goal-scoring form? And he sends the keeper the wrong way, and Celtic are in the lead after just 6 minutes. And Scott Sinclair, he sends the keeper the wrong way. And maybe the inexperience of Bierman there, because surely when he saw he didn't get the ball first, he couldn't dive in.
No, when he's Tavernier having a word with the referee, I don't think there have any complaints at all about that. It was a stupid place for a challenge.
And again, Armstrong gets in there ahead. He's giving it to Griffiths. Griffiths is onside. He's into the box. It's a chance. Oh, it's in the back of the net. Lee Griffiths, a wonder strike. It's 2-0. Incredible.
Well, I was praying he wasn't going to pass it across goal because he was offside. Our other player was offside at that point if he'd passed it across goal. So he did the right thing and just had a winder at it from quite a distance out.
The only challenge there. And Simonovic. And the ball surging through, and it's Celtic over the halfway line. With Sinclair, there's 5 players forward. It's Sinclair, he's got Armstrong inside. Knocks it across towards McGregor, leaves it for Griffiths. Griffiths curls it. Oh, it's off the bar. Sinclair volleys it in. Oh, just wide of the left-hand post.
Yeah.
So close to goal number 3, and that really would have finished the game. Still Roberts. Evades the challenge, and it's McGregor. Drives forward. It's Celtic again. Griffiths is there. Roberts picks up the loose ball. Back to McGregor. Still McGregor takes a shot. It's in the back of the net.
Yeah, brilliant.
For the second time in a week, Callum McGregor has scored against Rangers. It's 3-0. It's game over.
Great run in midfield by Patrick Roberts to start it all off. Then the ball to McGregor. Didn't get his first shot in, but just took his time. Eventually, I think the ball went through the legs of a Rangers player, which obscured the goalkeeper's vision, but it went right into the corner anyway. Game over, as you quite rightly say, but actually don't stop there. Let's go for more goals. Well, how many times have you been here at Ibrox when Celtic have been 3-0 up?
Well, the last time we won the treble, I remember Ludo Manafchik got a couple of goals, and it was a day he destroyed.
That's what I mean. It's got to be a memorable day. You know, it doesn't happen every season.
25 minutes left on the clock here, and Celtic with a free kick, a chance for Lee Griffiths to deliver the ball into the box. He scored one this afternoon. Celtic have scored 3. Can they make it 4? Griffiths fires it powerfully into the 6-yard box. It's in the back of the net. Diedrich Boyata. Boom! It's 4-0.
Well, no more than they deserve, and you know, there's the contrast in football. You know, the Celtic players down at one corner flag celebrating it mad, and the Rangers players walking up to the centre circle, having a discussion with each other, pointing the finger in some cases at each other, who should have picked up whom.
Kenny Miller drives forward, edge of the box, plays the 1-2, it's in the back of the net. Well, Celtic will be disappointed that they were carved open. Tierney was trying to find McGregor, but again Celtic picking up the ball. It's now Lustig. It's past 2. Lustig. Oh, what a goal for Michael Lustig! It's just magnificent. Unbelievable play from the Super Swede. It's 5-1.
Oh, look at the heads right through the Rangers team. Look, every single head down.
From the hills of Kerry to the streets of Derry, this land was made for you and me. As I was walking by Shannon Water, hand in hand with my little daughter, heard the church bell ringing, the children singing. This land was made for you and me. So we climbed the mountain by the crystal fountain. We watched the waves roar by the rocky seashore. The sun was shining. She cried, "Oh, Daddy, this land was made for you and me." So I walked her home then by village steeple, proud of my country, proud of my people, of the men who cried there and the men who died there, singing, this land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land, from the northern highlands to the western islands. From the hills of Kerry to the streets of Derry, this land was made for you and me. Ireland, land of song, your music lives forever. In your mountains, in your valleys, your hills and in your glens. Your music has survived through famine and oppression. For the generations gone, we'll sing for you this song. Let the people sing their stories and their songs, the music of their native land, their lullabies, their battle cries, songs of hope and joy. Join us hand in hand. Roberts has a chance, and he flicks it to the back of the net. Patrick Roberts, his first goal for Celtic. That's Captain Baring, gets half a yard, scoops it across. Oh, it's on off the bar. Still Mikey Johnson takes the shot. It's off the post. Yeah! And Mikey Johnson, well, he deserved that goal.
Switches it across to Ralston. Forrest. Celtic edge of the box. Now Tom Mortgage. Outside, plays it low. Kyogo!
Here's O'Reilly. On the left foot of Rodgers.
Aaron Boy plays it to Kyogo. First time for Kyogo. Yeah! It's a goal!
Brendan Rodgers and the Celtic players are hoping to bring some Christmas joy to the Parkhead faithful this afternoon. Sitting 5 points clear at the top of the table, a chance to extend that lead and put a bit more distance between us and the chasing pack. And after a Champions League win that silenced the doubter, the manager is hoping for a similar performance on the domestic front today. Stephen Naismith's Hearts are the visitors to paradise. They haven't won here in the league since back in 2007, so the odds firmly stacked in Celtic's favour. Kick-off is just a half an hour away. As welcome along to Celtic TV's live coverage of this Cinch Premiership match between Celtic and Hearts. It's great to have your company in what is a dry day, but a bit gusty, but nothing that should bother the players too much. We're in the company here in the warm Celtic TV studio of former Celtic midfielder Peter Grant. Peter, we really enjoyed the game midweek against Feyenoord, and it just whets the appetite for more, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and it'd be great if you get another bounce again, a league victory, a really important time coming up, and the boys thoroughly deserved it all night there. I was delighted for every one of them, because you've got to remember, some of these boys, as I said before, they've been here for 10 months, and they're getting flung with this 10 years. That's off the back now. Go and make sure you go and win this league, and to do that you've got to bring teams like Hearts here and turn them over, and I'm really looking forward to see how they respond after the big performance the other evening.
Well, Brendan Rodgers has made 2 changes to that team that beat Feyenoord. Back into the starting 11s comes Cameron Carter-Vickers for his 99th Celtic appearance. So he will replace Stephen Welsh in the back four. And David Turnbull coming into the midfield after the injury to Moki. So Callum will just take that defensive midfield role. Apart from that, it's as you were, Peter.
Yes, I can see why they change it yet again. I'm a fan of David Turnbull, I must admit. I think he's got all the ability. I think he's one of these boys, especially when teams are going to be defensive like Hearts are. They play deep, you've got to get shots away, and he's more than capable of getting a goal for us. But it's great to have Carter-Vickers back, as well. No matter how well you play, he's such an important player for us. So we're looking to performances. I think Palmer's got to step up again. I think he could go to put more crosses in. We keep saying Kyogo is not getting the chances. I think if we put the ball in the box earlier, there'll be more chances for him, and hopefully does that today.
When you think about Hearts, you think about Lawrence Shankland, of course. He is their main goal threat, and you have to say he's potentially his only goal threat as evidenced in the season so far. He's their captain. He leads the line this afternoon, and the stats, as I said to you at the start of the programme, don't make very good reading in terms of Hearts in the league at Celtic Park. But every game of football is, of course, different from the last one. Peter, we spoke about the game, we mentioned the game against Feyenoord, and that statistic of not having won here in the Champions League in 10 years. They've got that monkey off their back, but they deserved it, especially the way that they were pegged back. Feyenoord got themselves back into the game and looked like they might go on, but Celtic showed some real character in this one.
Absolutely, got the penalty kick. I don't think you get the credit for this, Palmer, because he actually lifts the ball over the goalkeeper. You see he sort of puts a scoop in. It was a pressure penalty kick, a big penalty kick. And it was a great way to start the game, because the game was eeksy peaks at the time. Then all of a sudden Feyenoord try and overload. They end up playing 5 up front near enough, and that's what happens at the back post. And you think it's going to be the same old story, dropped another 2 points or whatever, and it was going to be very, very difficult. But the boys showed tremendous character. I mean, the touch here from Mattarelli is wonderful. And people always say if you've got a good first touch and a final pass, you're not a bad player, and that's one thing he's definitely got. But delighted for the young boy Lagerbielke as well, because he's obviously come in for a bit of criticism. For a young man and getting that winning goal, he'll be made in history, as I say, for him. It'll be a delighted moment for him.
It will be, but unfortunately for Gustav, he doesn't make the squad this afternoon. Celtic have played Hearts once this season already at Tynecastle towards the end of October. It was a pretty one-sided affair here. Matt O'Reilly getting the boys off to a great start with that fantastic volley. It's a team, Hearts, that you always feel on paper are going to be a really strong opposition, but when you do look at the stats, Celtic, maybe that fact just focuses the mind a bit more, but Celtic have been very dominant against Hearts in recent seasons.
Yes, they have been, but some wonderful goals in this particular game, and it was good players playing well.
Missed a penalty as well
yeah,
that day.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think it's good players playing well, and sometimes you've just got to put your hands up. Celtic were better. All their big players were playing really well at this particular time. Shankland gets a goal, a fantastic finish actually, and that's all he needs. He only needs a moment. You know, but Celtic were excellent. The goals we got, went back up the pitch. Timoki scores a fantastic goal. But Matt O'Reilly's goal was a wonderful goal. Great pass for Palmer, and he connected with it fantastically well. So it was a fantastic result, and hopefully we can get that performance today.
One player that scored that day was Daisen Maeda. It's great to see him back from injury. He's back in the squad this afternoon. Such a big player for Celtic, especially with the Glasgow derby not far. And good to hear John Kennedy talking yesterday about the fact that Liel Abada's not that far away. Rio Hatate will be a little bit behind him because of all those injuries earlier on in the season, coming back to full strength.
Well, you would say they were 4 starters. I mean, Abada gives you something different. He gets in at the back post, he scores goals, he's a creator of goals, he's a young man, and I really like him as a back player, especially when you're playing with one striker now. He comes in at that back post a lot and gets big goals, and he's always performed in the big games, so I'm really looking forward to him. But you talk about Tati, you talk about Maeda, you talk about like say Carter Vickers, they're all massive players for you. They're all starters, it's not as if they're squad players. Yeah. So I think that's important for us, and if we can get these boys back fit and other boys starting to perform as well at a really important time coming up.
Stephen Naismith's under a little bit of pressure as Hearts manager. I mean, the chief executive, it doesn't look as if he's under pressure there. All smiles arriving at Celtic Park, but you know, even the chief executive just this week said that going forward they need to be a bit more dynamic, because if that guy isn't getting the supply, Lawrence Shankland, he's scored 7 of Hearts' 15 goals this season. I think next to him is 2 own goals, ironically. And for a team that were sitting third up until a couple of defeats, they've really not scored many goals.
No, and the way they play, I really like Shankland, you know, as a striker. I think he, as you say, he gets the goals and whatever. And usually when you've got a team, Stephen works on his defensive shape a lot, and usually think, well, that's great, as long as you're creating opportunities. And I think the likes of Boys has been a big miss for them. I think he helps them as well as a team all round. But Shankland, as you say, you would hate to lose him, because then it could be a real struggle. And we've seen that with the likes of Motherwell when they lost Van Veen. All of a sudden they lose all their goals. And it's really difficult to push up the league, and the games become really difficult and become very tight. And that's where Hearts would have the problem. But they'll come here today, make it tough for Celtic. They're a big side, and they'll work really hard on their set plays. Yeah,
we saw the table there. Celtic 5 points clear. Rangers, of course, don't play this weekend, so a chance to go 8 points clear. And even though it would mean we would have played 2 more games, you know the saying, you'd rather have points in the bag than games in hand.
Absolutely, 100%. I keep saying that all the time. It's so important you win your games. Don't worry about anybody else, because when you're in front and you keep doing your job well, nobody can do anything. It doesn't matter how many games I've got in hand. You just keep plugging away, putting the 3 points on the table, and that's all you can do. Concern yourself on your own performances, and if Celtic continue to do that, we'll be absolutely fine.
Well, described by Brendan Rodgers as the biggest surprise of his coaching career, Liam Scales has progressed so much this season that he's now picking up Player of the Match awards in the UEFA Champions League. So he was the obvious choice to have a chat with when Ryan Maher went to Lennoxtown this week.
It's been a bit of a contrasting week for the team after Kilmarnock and then Feyenoord. What position do you feel both you and the team are in heading into the match on Saturday against Hearts?
Yeah, look, it was really disappointing on the weekend. We were good in the first half, we played really well, and then it was a completely different second half, and we were poor, and it was a poor result. And I suppose the bounce back this yesterday against Feyenoord is brilliant, and it gives us confidence, you know, going into the Hearts game, that we can get to that level again at home and get a good win.
Yeah, let's reflect on that game against Feyenoord a little bit more. What does a result like that do for the group, and the manner of the result as well, scoring in the last minute, not just for Europe as a whole for the group, but also for the short term and as we approach these final league games before the January window?
Yeah, it's just great for morale and confidence. You know, we were searching for a win in Europe, and like we put in good performances at times, but just couldn't get over the line. And to do that was brilliant. And the way it happened as well makes it a little bit better, scoring a late goal to win the game, and we played really well. So we're all really, it's great for morale after coming off the back of a poor result to go and get a brilliant result in Europe. And look, we're just going to take confidence from it and just go and win these games now between now and the break.
For yourself personally, a man of the match performance against Feyenoord. How do you feel you're adapting to playing on that stage in Europe?
Yeah, I love it. Like, I just feel like you can go and express yourself, and they're all good players you're playing against, and you know that's the sort of game it's going to be. It's going to be technical. It's going to be tough and tight, and I just love the challenge of it. And I think every game I've sort of learned little bits, little different things that have helped me, and I think yesterday was just sort of it all coming together for me personally.
We're looking ahead to Saturday now, Celtic Park against Hearts. We had a very entertaining game against them last time out at Tynecastle. What sort of test do you expect from Hearts on Saturday?
Hearts is always a tough game, you know. It's going to be a good game, I suppose. Both teams will want to play, and they're a good side. You know, they've proved that over the last couple of years. And we're just ready for whatever they throw at us. And we know that if we get to the levels we did during the week, we should really put on a good performance and win the game, and that's the plan.
The last league outing was that match against Kilmarnock at Rugby Park, which ended in defeat for us. How much appetite is there within the squad to make sure we bounce back at Celtic Park on Saturday?
Yeah, we'll take lessons from that and learn from it, and we want an immediate reaction, like domestically. You know, we got the reaction in Europe, but we really need to kick on now. Between now and the break, there's big games coming up, and we want to be get the maximum points we can from these games, and there will definitely be a reaction from the weekend. Yeah.
And looking at the individual battles on Saturday for yourself, it's Lawrence Shankland who's been playing for Hearts up front. He's a player that scored 4 goals in 7 games against Celtic. What do you expect going up against a player like that? Yeah,
I've played against him now a few times to know his game, and he's intelligent. He uses his body well, and he's a good goal scorer. You know, there's his the numbers don't lie. He's scored a lot of goals for them, and he's their main threat. And look, we'll do our best to sort of keep him away from goal, and we just want a clean sheet and a win.
Liam Scales has made himself one of the main men at the back for Celtic this season. Brendan Rodgers openly admits he was a player that may have been looking to go back out on loan, Peter, but the opportunity arose and he has absolutely taken it. This is his best bits, if you like, from the game against Feyenoord when he won Player of the Match, and as we'll see here, there were a number of them.
Absolutely. The thing I liked about him most was his defending. Everybody talks about centre-backs now, their distribution, which was excellent. This was a fantastic pass he put through to Kyogo, you know, for an opportunity. His defending and his positional play in the match against a very, very good forward in Jimenez was excellent. His timing, his tackles, he never gave many free kicks away, which is massive in European games. Got the penalty. I think he used a little bit of the experience he's got. He's got on the end of things, and we keep saying things that come in the box, you've got to get first touch. He's done that consistently. But I've been really, really impressed with him since I've seen him. I thought in pre-season he'd done really well. I keep saying that in the games I've seen. He's a natural balanced left footer. But this, for me, was excellent because it was an important time in the game. He knew the area, he wasn't getting sucked out of position. He's put himself in fantastic positions at a really difficult time. There was a wee bit of an onslaught, and he defended it exceptionally. This block was excellent. And this is all part of the game of being a defender. Putting yourself in the right positions, making it difficult for the opposition to score, which is your job, and then everything else becomes a bonus.
It's incredible when you think about it. He joined Celtic, he came over from Ireland, got the number 5 jersey as a centre half, which is quite something at Celtic to take that on. Didn't get much of an opportunity, got a few games, went out on loan to Aberdeen, did well, but didn't look as if perhaps his future was going to be here. Now he's a regular in the Celtic starting 11, getting player of the matches in Champions League and an Ireland international. Is it a lesson to all young footballers in terms of just sticking in, working hard, because you never know what's going to happen?
And the one thing he said, he went out and played. He didn't see it going out as if that was him shoved out the door. Then when he comes back, there was still a possibility of going back to Aberdeen. But his performances in pre-season, obviously maybe had Brendan having a look, then injuries happened and he kept going, and his performances when he came into the team was excellent, and that's why he thoroughly deserves it. And listen, it'd be very, very difficult to replace, because that's how good he's been, because he's played so well. He's a natural left-sider, which is important for him. He passes the ball forward now a lot more than he did when he came in at first, which you could imagine him being safe a little bit, but now he's creating chances. But positionally, defensively, he's playing like an old man in there.
Matt O'Reilly, we seem to always talk about Matt O'Reilly, but that's because every game he gives us something else to talk about. He, of course, starts today. There's no question about that one. But he's performed, not just his goals, he's got 9 this season. He's the top scorer at the club, but his performances at the highest level, particularly in the Champions League, even though he didn't get any goals in that competition, have been, again, a player who's just raised his game this season.
But he plays like a championship European player because of the fact of the quality he has. People always say you've got to have a good first touch and a final pass. He has all these things in abundance. He's just an intelligent boy who watches football, loves football, and look at his touch there and his pass. Fantastic. That's even before, this is against Atletico Madrid, top quality players. So he can play at the highest level against the best players. I mean, his first touch here is magnificent. But not only that, now he lifts his head there, it's that little dink and picks out a fantastic pass. And listen, if we were talking about a top European player doing that, we'd be raving about him, and he thoroughly deserves all the credit he's getting at this moment in time, and God willing, he keeps getting better and better.
Absolutely. Let's briefly talk about Hearts in particular. Lawrence Shankland, 7 goals in the league this season. He's their main threat up front. Nearly 29, or he will be 29 in his next birthday. So he's been around, he's been at a good few clubs. He's probably a journeyman of the game. He won't like me saying that. But he seems to have found something really good at Hearts just now. Is it good that Celtic kind of know that if they stop him, they seem to stop Hearts? They can really just focus on that?
Well, the one thing about Lawrence Shankland is, he scores goals, but I think his all-round game's improved over the last 18 months. His hold-up play, his link play has been exceptional. But his goal scoring, if the ball drops in the box, are all good strikers. Very rarely does he miss the target. He knows where the goal is. When he's back to goal, he can just turn it like the goal he scored against us at Tynecastle. He doesn't even need to be facing the goal. He just turns. He knows the goals are not going to move. And he's got that quality. So he's one you've got to keep an eye on. As I said, they'll be looking for set plays, things dropping in the box. And if you want somebody to be dropped, if you're a Hearts supporter or a Hearts manager, it's Lawrence Shankland. There's absolutely no doubt of that.
Well, I'm sure Brendan Rodgers will have a plan to stop Lawrence Shankland. Here is the Celtic manager speaking to John Ledwith.
Brendan, Celtic and Hearts matches are often keenly contested. Is it the perfect sort of match coming off a big European tie where the club's on a bit of a high in the last couple of days?
Yeah, it was a very good victory for us during the midweek and sort of rounded off a campaign that hopefully we can look forward to going forward. But this is the bread and butter. These are important games for us, and we need to show that in our performance.
What's obviously going to be slightly different, what made the game midweek was 2 teams were really going all out to try and win at all times. Hearts will probably make it a little more difficult. What's going to be the key to success today?
I think the speed in our game is always important. When teams are sitting deep, if they are deep, then you need to connect the game very quickly, and you look to make a lot of runs with and without the ball. So yeah, I think speed and intensity is very important.
Cameron Carter-Vickers back in the back four, which is obviously pleasing. And when you talk about speed, how pleased are you to have someone like Dyson Maeda back in and about the squad and able to perhaps influence the game with his speed when required?
Yeah, no, it's very important. He's been a key player for me since coming in. Just the intensity he brings to our pressure, which then forces mistakes, and of course he's always a threat in behind. So yeah, I'm really happy he's back.
Wish you the best of luck, Brendan.
Cheers, thank you. Thanks.
Plays it along the ground towards Hartson. Hartson knocks it for Petrov. Larsson, it's saved, and Miller, and he crashes it into the net. Looking for Henrik Larsson. Larsson knocks it on, and it's headed back. It's an own goal. Full stirp, I think. I don't know whether he thought John Hartson was coming in behind him. The ball's knocked through. Henrik Larsson's beat the offside trap. Henrik Larsson slides it in, and it's 3-0. It's 3-0 to Celtic. Alan Thompson again to swing this one in. Swings it into the 6-yard box, and it's Varga. What a goal from Stern Varga! His first goal, competitive goal for the club. Maloney down the line, Tries to cross it, far post to John Hartson. John Hartson knocks it back across and it must be a goal! And it's Liam Miller again!
2 goals from the late Liam Miller there, and Tommy Burns. It would have been his 67th birthday today, so obviously we will never forget Tommy, but especially in a day like today.
Absolutely not. A wonderful man, never mind footballer. The quality of the person was more important. Think about him every day. Still very close to us in the respect of that. So he still gets missed as if it happened yesterday. But 67, what a fantastic number to be for him. So he'll be sitting up there watching down, having a wry smile on his face, no doubt.
I hope he is indeed. All right, your chance to win £10,000 today if you take part in the Paradise Windfall. You get yourself a ticket via the Celtic Pools app. That will cost you £2 and put you in with a chance. You've got up till kick-off to do that. Please visit begambleaware.org, and remember, you've got to be at least 18 years old to take part in the Paradise Windfall. Right, let's head back down to the tunnel area where John Ledwith is with Celtic goalkeeper Joe Hart.
Joe, there was a real sense of a high at the end of the midweek match, not only with how we won the game, but the performance throughout. Is it most importantly we carry that on into today?
Yeah, no doubt. Important. We need to use the momentum of the home games, especially at the moment over this period. We're looking forward to the game.
Now, you've been over the December course here in Scotland. It is hectic. I'm assuming that everyone's prepared for what lies in store because you won't get much rest.
Yeah, no doubt. That's what it is to be at this club, be part of this league and be part of all the competitions that we want to be in. So we're as prepared as we can be and we're looking forward to it.
And in the squad, it does no harm to have guys like Cameron Carter-Vickers returning and the energy of a Dyson Maeda who takes his place in the squad today also. Yeah,
obviously 2 real important players for us, but I think as a squad we've been strong. We can get stronger. We've got Liel, we've got Rayo. So yeah, hopefully we can get these boys back fit for a busy period.
Good luck today, Joe.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Gives it to Kyogo, puts it on towards Orton home. It's a chance for
He scores! He takes a touch. He blasts it into the back of the net. It's his 8th goal in Celtic's cause. It's his first for the season. And he has given Celtic a vital lead here. And it's Celtic 2, St Mirren 1.
Palmer, is he going to have a look? And he does. Lewis Palmer, I told you he's got a finish. What about that? Lewis Palmer with the goal, and surely the 3 points for Celtic. And this time it's Kitlaferski who'll chase. She's still going. It's Kitlaferski. Oh, what a finish! Kitlaferski's on the score sheet, and what a goal it was! Scales. Palmer. Outside of the foot. What a chance! What a goal! It's goal number 5, and it's that one was all about the cross from Palmer. Frame with the ball on the left-hand side. He'll receive it back as he drives up the wing here. Celtic searching for the equaliser. Frame across to Kelly and into the top corner. What a goal that is from Celtic's number 10. A good pick out from Frame, and what a goal from Daniel Kelly. Gallagher back to Ross on the edge of the area, and the curling finish. A wonderful goal from Natalie Ross to make it 8-0 for Celtic.
To vote for your favourite goal and be in with a chance of winning a signed Celtic shirt, go to celticfc.com/GOTM and register your details. Good luck.
Yeah, that one closes on Christmas Day. Great to see so many fantastic goals through the whole of the the three main teams at Celtic, the first team, the women's team, and the B team as well. We saw young Daniel Kelly scoring a great goal there for the B team. Mitchell Frame got his debut here in the Champions League. 17-year-old didn't look out of place. So it's important, Peter, isn't it, that we have that pathway here at the club?
It's massive. I've always been part of the club, as you know. But I thought he'd done exceptionally well. He was really positive with everything he'd done, and he got the corner actually leading up to the winning goal, because he got the ball and they turned the full back on, gets the corner, but he'd done it prior to that as well, and that shows you the confidence he's got in a young man. And I like to see that when they go on the pitch, grabbing the game, grabbing that moment and saying, this is mine, and I was delighted to see that.
We're building up to kick-off here at Celtic Park. The thousands, tens of thousands of the Paradise faithful are gathering inside Celtic Park. Mums, dads, kids, great to see them all here, ready to welcome their heroes as they come out onto the pitch. As we head towards the end of the year, Peter, we tend to reflect and look back at 2023. Where are we just now, and how optimistic are you for the 2024 and the year ahead?
Absolutely. Go and be champions again, get in that Champions League again. That's what you try and do. That's the present you ask for every year, to try and win the league. And that's what the supporters are all here for. They're here to see their heroes. It's a special day out for them. Get up to Christmas time. It's everything, but it means everything to them. They forget about Christmas during this period. They just want to see the team doing well, and it's always been the case. So hopefully we can send them away with that today.
Yep, Hearts are here as well, of course. One of the best supported clubs in terms of number in the SPFL. Players will be getting ready in the tunnel as well. They don't like all the talking before a match. They prefer to get out there and get ready to get the job done. How important will the first sort of 10-15 minutes be in this one, Peter, as the players come out onto the pitch?
I think Brendan spoke about it, and I keep saying that, especially after European games, you have to go out and start quickly. You have to move the ball quickly. You've got to try and get the fans integrated in it, whether it's having a shot, whether it's having a cross, making the goalkeeper work, all these sort of things. Play forward as much as you possibly can and make Hearts defend, make them get out of position. They'll be wanting to sit in rigid, but hopefully we start, as we say, quickly, and hopefully that leads to performance.
Hoopy and Haley are out on the pitch. I'm delighted to say our commentary duo of Paul Cuddihy and Simon Donnelly are in the gantry.
Champions versus sixth place Hearts this afternoon. Callum McGregor captaining the side. Joe Hart, we heard from him before kick-off, and he was talking about those two changes this afternoon. Cameron Carter-Vickers back in the side alongside Liam Scales. Callum McGregor captaining the side. David Turnbull in the midfield, replacing the injured Tomoki Iwata. Kyogo leading the line, looking to add to the 8 goals he's scored against Hearts so far in Celtic colours. Hearts with Lawrence Shankland captaining their side. He is the main danger man. He is the main goal threat for Stephen Naismith's side this afternoon. Plenty of goals for the Scotland internationalist, 12 this season, including 7 in the Premiership. But it's all about Celtic this afternoon and the importance of getting a good early start. We saw it a couple of weeks ago when Celtic played the other half of the Edinburgh duo, when they got the early goal, and from that point Celtic were in control as the Celtic players go into the huddle. Kevin Clancy, referee this afternoon. Celtic, of course, as normal, will shoot from left to right towards the Lisbon Lions stands, and certainly the boost that the team will have got from that 2-1 victory over Feyenoord in midweek, we'll be looking to carry that on this afternoon. And it will be the visitors, with George Grant standing in the centre circle, who will get this game underway. Celtic currently 5 points clear at the top of the Premiership, the first of 5 games.